leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback running on the draw. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. The Tide with the 1st and 10. They'll run it to the right. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The give as they work on that clock.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Kickoff unit onto the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Motion from the back. Back to throw, it's Jenkins. Pressure coming. A deep throw as the clock winds down. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Florida's offense will be first on the attack. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you're leaving Jesse going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D-linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen in the Crimson Tide D-line in recent years.
The Gators line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes when guys really play well around.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Wants to throw. It's Locklear. He's got it and still on his feet. He kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. This is soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal.
He'll do it himself on the draw. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that one's going to be batted away incomplete, and we have played one. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Hit as he throws. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on 3rd down to avoid doing it again. Catch in the middle. It's Nelson. At midfield, he's got room. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Looking to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Davis. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Back to pass. It's Daniels. Here's the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense trying to take it back. Oh, the big fella's gathering steam. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bama! The defense putting points on the board.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll haul it in right around the logo. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Dropping back, it's Locklear. Rushes on him. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And the Gators will boot it away to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. What a run. Gets it inside the 40 and out of bounds at the 36.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Open space at the 25. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the sack all the way back at the 5. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And lost ground on first down, now second and goal from the 5. To the air, it's Locklear. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he closed that thing just inside the left upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Caught over the middle. It's Hester. And with that tackle, that will probably bring us to an end of the quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. He's taking a deep shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Here we go. The give is to Taylor. No more room to run as this defense rises up on 3rd down, and now it's 4th down from the 22. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. Oh, and the attempt is no good. So, guys, a missed opportunity to expand the lead, but still a 17-point cushion.
Florida, 0.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Back to throw, it's Daniels. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with Get this game started. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. It's a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have...
Open spaces. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. The transition from Nick Saban to Kalen DeBoer certainly gave growing pains to the Crimson Tide, and they're expecting progress in year 2.
It wasn't smooth. I mean, you expand the playoff, obviously, further, and they still don't make it, so a lot of upset Alabama fans, Jesse, but year 2, obviously, a chance to...
There he goes. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business. To the edge, it's Taylor. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Around the edge, it's Dickey. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown Tide!
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Tulsa's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Turning it on. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down. It'll be 4th. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, Dave?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking to throw, it's Locklear. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The give out of the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. On the ground with the counter. And he takes this one back to the line of scrimmage, a rather anticlimactic end to the first half. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. He'll start this 3rd quarter with a run.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Tulsa wasting no time. Might as well stick with it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. The Golden Hurricane way behind the chains here on 2nd down. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
This this offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Oh my, he just shanked that one. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Got the first down. Looking for more. Racing down the left side. The 20. 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Alabama! I think it's fair to say he didn't exactly have blazing speed on that one, but efficiently maneuvers his way into the end zone.
He had enough speed, Reese, to get into the end zone. That's what he had. That's all you need. You don't have to have the fastest 40 time in the world. Can you get in the end zone? Yes, he can.
Set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside his own 15, looking for room. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Alabama 21, Tulsa 0.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Caught behind the line. It's Jenkins. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Pocket breaking down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the board and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Jenkins. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Looking downfield on first down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Golden Hurricane way behind the chains here on second down. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's going up top here late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Fourth down, and they've got to get it to the next time zone, but the offense is going to stay on the field on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete. A fourth down stop and the turnover on downs. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on third down. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse